First, one of our biggest complaints is the usurpation of the role of the commission by the chairman. The constitution is very clear that the elections are supposed to be run by the commission, which means that all the commissioners, the 7 of them, are supposed to be engaged in the process. And their take on every issue that arises is what informs what the chairman then comes to announce. We, in this election, ended up in a position where the chairman led a minority group of commissioners, made decisions about the outcomes and the processes, and ended up having to make an announcement in which 4 who were the majority of his commission rejected and did not agree with the results that he had come up with. Our second point is that this election was literally state managed. Over time, ever since technology came into Kenyan elections, we have continuously had attempts at interfering with technology. This time they kind of went too far and had perfected the system. They controlled the provider of the technology. They could receive results, and before posting them on the portal, were able to change those results. And in court, we shall be able to show that there are documents that were altered, and sometimes, in fact, entirely new documents uploaded. Several weeks before the election was conducted, we went to Greece, the invitation of a commission to supervise the printing of ballots. And when we got there, we found out that they had printed a parallel set of result declaration form A's. When we came back, a parallel set with different serial numbers, and when we came back and asked them why they were having 2 separate booklets, they then said that they would not be using one of the booklets, and they put it in the Kenya Gazette. But that booklet appeared, and it is that booklet that was used to stage the results of this election.
And are you confident that with what you have, this case is going through?
We are confident that the complaints we have in the constitutionality of it and in the fraud that was exercised, that we shall be successful.
So what are you looking for, a rerun or a recount?
We would want a retally, but the problem is that when it comes to a retally, you would have still to go through a process of verification of the documents. At the time that the results were being announced, the commission had not sat down to make decisions on the complaints that we had made about various forms that had cropped up. So if the court were to allow that there would be a retally, they would also have to first allow the verification process that had not been conducted to first be conducted.
Now, issues around election fraud are not easy. Are you confident that you're up to the task?
This more than ever becomes one of the clearest cases where there has been very obvious fraud in the election. It's the most audacious attempt at manipulating the elections in Kenya.
In case this is not ruled in Raila Odinga's favor, are you committing that you will ask his followers to be peaceful and accept the court's decision?
Raila Odinga has been very clear on that, and that was very apparent even in the way people responded to the results that were announced. Everybody knew that those results had been state managed. Nothing is going to change from that. The commitment still stands, and the peace that the people want to see, I think they're still committed to it.
5 times contesting for presidency, he's not gotten through. 3 times going to the Supreme Court petitioning the presidential results. If this is not ruled in his favor, where does it leave his legacy?
If you look at all the developments, including the use of electronic transmission and electronic voter identification, are things that he himself has fought for. And so there's a bigger picture other than just the pursuit of the presidency that Raila has, and that is the attempt to ensure that we have such reforms that helps us develop a democratic state.